How was it to lose your father so tragically like that? You say you went through a nervous breakdown, you said?
Well, yes.
How long did it take you to finally accept and recover from that?
A long time, very long time.
Were you really close to your dad?
Well, it just caught me by surprise, mijo.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't really close to my dad, because my dad was not that close to any of us.
All right, guys, so what is up? Welcome back, man. I am right here with my
Grandpa.
grandpappy.
Oh.
I'm right here with my grandpappy, guys. My grandpa. I am back again. We're gonna be getting into a story time today of him growing up when he was younger. So stay tuned. What we have here is we have some. Oh, we had some pizza that decided to kind of take a dumpy dump. Let me just show you up close of the slice. There it is, guys. It decided to fall over. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. He's not saying no games. Now you wonder where I get it from. Right here, what we have is some Carne Asada fries, guys. I am trying a new spot. Check that out right there. Carne Asada fries, guys. Wow. All right. So that's looking delicious right there. Hopefully you guys can see all that good, nice and dandy. All right, so what do you think of the pizza?
Good.
Tastes good?
Good, yeah.
That's some chile verde right here.
Lots of cheese.
Lots of cheese. We're gonna be talking about, if you guys remember, I had my grandfather here for, I had my grandfather here about way back when I first started. We did a video together, and now, you know, he's back again, man. So I'm excited to do this video and bring you a little closer into my family. You know, why don't you let them know a little bit about yourself, Grandpa? What's your first name and where you grew up and what the things that you went through when you were younger.
My name is Rodolfo, and then normally known by Rudy.
Rudy.
I was born in Mexico, in Fresnillo, Zacatecas. They brought me to Juarez at the age of 6 years of age.
They brought you to Juarez at the age of what?
6.
6 ages. To Juarez from Zacatecas at 6.
From Fresnillo, yeah. And lived there until 1955.
1955.
That my parents decided to move to the U.S. And we did. We closed the bridge in June the 10th of 1955.
1955. Wow. 1955? Okay. So my grandpa's from Mexico, guys. Born in Mexico, and he basically immigrated over here from Mexico to the States, you know, as a young child. What about your first job, Grandpa? What was that like?
Well,
These are good.
my very first job was in El Paso in a cafeteria with my brothers worked when they were in the 40s.
In the 1940s? Oh, wow.
When the war was going on.
Yeah.
But I was dishwasher, and it was hell.
Why?
But it was a lot of dishes and pots and pans, and it was.
There's a Mexican restaurant?
No, Anglo.
Anglo?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it was with White Star Cafeteria,
It was called White Star Cafeteria, and this was in the city of
El Paso.
El Paso, Texas.
They had one downtown El Paso where my brothers worked, and the one that I worked was over here by East Side.
East LA.
No, East Side of El Paso.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Yeah. I didn't last too long because
Why?
it was a lot of work and not very much money.
Let them know how much you got paid an hour back then.
Hey, you want to tell you? 30
Yeah.
cents.
30 cents an hour, guys. 30 cents an hour.
And,
Could you imagine that?
and
I know everything was cheaper then too, but that's still a little bit.
anyway, I walked around and stopped at a body shop where they had well, of course, they repair and paint cars, and they also had at the entrance There was a lady, Ruth. She used to do all the,
This is also in El Paso.
in El Paso, on Texas Avenue. And she used to do all the upholstery.
Oh, okay.
And there was this guy there, he was a body man, Manny, which really became...
Is this right after the dishwashing job?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just walked from the dishwasher, I walked down south, and I left on Texas, because we were living on that area, on the east side.
Yeah.
And I said, I want to stop. And I did stop. And she hired me to be her helper. You know? So I worked for a little while. My father at that time was working in New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
My great grandpa was,
Yep.
who passed away.
In an accident in 1959.
My great grandpa, I was never able to meet him.
No.
He passed away. You want to let him know, or you was too private?
No,
Go ahead.
She was an accident, and she rolled out of the truck, and the truck went, the rear double tires went over him. So they picked
He
him
got
up.
run over by a truck.
His truck.
His truck. Well, let him know the story to that.
Well, the company, you know, my dad had just signed a contract with them to bring him all the kind of chiles from New Mexico.
The green chile.
Yeah. And it was loaded, and he never learned how to drive, but he used to hire, people. So he hired this person, and my mom was in the middle, my dad was leaning on the door.
Yeah.
And my mom said that the guy put some kind of pills in the mouth, and he was driving erratically. And he came to a
Kind of pills in the mouth. Oh.
came onto a curb, and he swerved, and the door, again my dad hit the door with the elbow, and the door opened, and he went out underneath the truck. He was taken to the hospital, but that day he died on Thanksgiving. See,
Okay.
at that time I was working for. See, I'm going forward. I was working for.
It's okay.
For Rio Grande National Life Insurance. I was a salesman.
We're kind of fast forwarding a little bit, kind of sporadic, but we'll get to all the pieces. This is part one of his life story, so we're gonna be kind of all over the place, but we won't worry about it. Go ahead.
I cannot do a systematically because
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My grandpa is 82 years old, guys. 82 years old. He has a lot of stuff that he's been through, right? How was that for you, Grandpa? How did you find out that your dad was in the accident? Where were you at?
well, let me tell you. See, like I said, I was working for this insurance company, and Mrs. Hodges, which she was a manager, I told her I want to go to my wife. Your grandma was expecting.
So at the time that my great grandfather was ran over and in a critical condition, my grandma, his wife, was pregnant with which
Well, there was
was the first one, the firstborn?
and so my dad drove off towards to that going to New Mexico to get the chile, and I was driving my car coming to LA. So we stopped when he was supposed to cut off, and I got down, and my dad was very happy because he had just signed a big contract. He would have made a lot of money.
Yeah.
And he was driving it was a 3/4 ton truck. The guy was driving
3/4 ton?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
With redilas, what do you call it?
A what?
It was like a box in the back with what do you call it?
The freights.
Anyway, that's what he was using. They cut up to the north, and I went to the west.
Uh-huh.
My brother was living here in LA, where they have all the big hotels right now.
Excuse me.
There
Sorry,
was
let me put this over here.
apartments where they have all the big buildings right now.
Oh, it was all apartments?
There was
You're
apartments.
talking about the LA skyscrapers.
There you go.
There was none of that. There was none of that. Huh?
No. They were just
Wow,
apartments.
that's crazy.
Apartments. And
This is back in the 50s.
The little thing, yeah, the thing. What do they call it? Oh shit! The trailer, the two trolleys that go up and down.
Yeah, the trolleys.
Yeah. Anyway, I stopped
Yeah.
early in the morning, and the front door was locked, right?
Yeah.
So I sat down, and when I saw somebody coming, I went in. I went to my brother's apartment, and he was taking a shower.
Yeah, your brother.
Because he was going to a court because they had to. But my brother used to sing in a trio,
Yeah.
and
This is old school, guys.
they didn't want to pay him, so they went.
It was going to court?
Oh yeah, to court.
Oh, and sue him out. They sue him back in the 50s, guys.
No, my brother sued them.
Yeah, I know. They ain't
Yeah.
playing no games. Get your money.
And anyway, when I got up, my brother came out of the shower, and the phone rang.
Okay.
Well, it was my wife, your grandma.
My grandma rests in paradise.
Yeah, calling and telling my brother what happened, the accident.
So my grandma was calling your brother, telling him
The accident.
that of the accident of your dad while she was pregnant with her second child, which is my uncle.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And your grandpa was taken over to the hospital in Cruces. And your mom was already all beat up too.
My who?
My mom, your grandma.
Oh, from the accident or what?
Yeah, she was brought up to my apartment.
Oh, you mean emotionally beat up?
No. She was all did. The truck turned
Oh.
too. After my dad went out of the truck, the guy got all messed up and to nowhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, they brought it into my apartment, and I had bought a bedroom set with. They had the dresser and two nightstands. It would cover the whole wall.
Yeah.
You know, when I walked in, I opened the door, and the first thing I see is my mom out full of blood.
Your mom?
Yeah, because it was the picture. I mean, the mirrors were like I tell you.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of cousins and all this stuff. And then, rest in peace, Angeles. Your dad died, and your mom, and I thought my mom too, because she was so, she wasn't moving. She was so full of blood.
Yeah.
Oh, like I lost it, and I started cussing and hitting the refrigerator.
Just like boom, like that, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we buried my dad, and I got kind of nervous, like a negative breakdown.
Like what?
Nervous breakdown.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And
I remember you telling me that too.
Yeah. I didn't go to work to the insurance anymore. And Mrs. Hatcher said, well, we can wait for you, we can wait for you. I said, nah. So we did, we all came over to LA.
From that point on, when
Yeah.
great grandpa died, your dad.
Well, after Ricky was born, we came over. Actually, I came over because your tio Ruben brought me with him.
Oh wow. They came to LA from El Paso, Texas. So my grandpa went from Zacatecas, where he was born, to Juarez, over the border to El Paso, then back over here legally to Los Angeles.
Yeah, because my father and my
Legally?
mother.
Oh.
Yeah, no, my father and my mom were married in Morenci, Arizona.
Oh, okay.
And my older brothers were born in the U.S. When the Depression in 1928,
Yeah.
they began to close a lot of businesses.
Yeah.
And my
Oh, this is way back. It's almost 100 years ago.
well, that's when my brothers were born.
Yeah.
And my grandma didn't have a husband. He was killed. So she decided to come to Mexico.
Yeah.
And my mom had an aunt in Los Angeles that she said, come over with us. So my grandma said, no, I gotta go to Mexico. And my dad loved grandma a lot.
This was way back.
Way back then. So make it short, my mom and everybody went to Mexico. And that's why I was born in Mexico.
That's why you were born in Mexico.
Yeah, and my two sisters.
And your brothers were born here.
And that's why we came. And then Oh, shit. I'm getting all mixed up.
We're all over the place, guys. So, when you were in El Paso, the Dodgers technically were still in Brooklyn. 1957.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't come over here to LA till 1959.
Oh yeah, I used to listen to the Dodgers and the Yankees in Juarez.
Oh wow.
Well, I listened in the radio, mijo. That was,
Yeah.
and I've been a Dodger fan ever since. I mean, since I lived in Juarez.
How long was that?
47, 49,
Oh, wow.
48. 49.
Do you remember when Jackie Robinson broke the color code?
Well, no.
How was that?
No, I'm not going to lie to you. I was not aware of that.
Oh no.
No, mijo. They didn't talk much about that.
No.
No. At least not
Not in Mexico.
Not in Mexico.
Yeah, in the States they did, not in Mexico.
That's what I mean, not in Mexico. They didn't talk much about that.
No.
We knew he was playing, but, just...
It's different countries, yeah.
Yeah, different. But we used to sit down in the radio and listen to the game.
Oh wow.
It was...
The Yankees and the Dodgers were big rivals
yeah.
back in the 40s. They had so many World Series
Yeah,
games against each other.
Yeah.
The Yankees dominated.
yeah,
The Dodgers could have had so many more rings, huh? The Yankees took all the rings from the Dodgers.
yeah.
The Dodgers beat the Yankees in 1955. First time being world champions.
Yep. And he was back in Brooklyn.
Yeah. They beat them in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And then they went on to win more World Series.
Yeah.
Did you used to go to Dodger games in the 60s?
No.
No? When did you first go to the first Dodger game?
Oh shit! When they moved to because they
Chavez Arena?
Yeah, but they used to play in
Coliseum.
the Coliseum. That's where they used to play.
You didn't go. You never saw them there though.
No, I never went to that. No. I began to go when they moved over to Chavez Arena.
Yeah.
When I was going very often, that's when I was working for State Farm.
Yeah.
They used to give me a lot of tickets with parking and a special, area. Your grandma and I used to go often to the games.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm sure we have a lot more to talk about. This is just part one. They're gonna want you to come back again for another one. You feel that how was it to lose your father so tragically like that? You say you went through a nervous breakdown, you said?
Yes.
How long did it take you to finally accept and recover from that?
A long time, very long time.
Were you really close to your dad?
Well, it just caught me by surprise, mijo.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't really close to my dad because my dad was not that close to any of us. Mm-hmm. Okay, and
that's a tragedy.
Yeah, the only thing that I remember when he was upset that he wanted to cuss at me, he would say, "You chivato." That was his cussing word, chivato.
What does that mean?
Like a little kid. But that was his insult, chivato.
But why? What were you doing?
He was just, I don't know. That's one thing that I know. I always had bad luck to be punished by your grandma. I mean, great grandma. Mm-hmm. And she used to hit me real hard. Your great grandpa, no. He just used to say, chivato.
My grandpa told me a lot of stories, guys, about his mom and how she was very verbally and physically abusive towards my grandpa. The next time he comes back, we're gonna talk about that tale, how it was growing up with my grandma. Okay, right now he's giving you a little bit of a background of where he was born, how he made it to LA, how his father died. We talked a little bit about his dad passing away and a little bit of just a little bit touching bases. But when he comes back, which will be soon, we're gonna touch base on, what my grandpa went through and endured, from my grandmother, which was very physical and very verbally abusive towards him throughout his life growing up, his childhood and teenage years. That's gonna be very interesting.
The one
So-
that loved me and that was my grandma. She loved me. And she taught me how to smoke.
Oh shit.
No, well, you know, she, oh boy. She used
Don't worry. Let's save this one. Let's say we've been recording about 25 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Let's save grandma's story, Nana Chiquita, of how you were raised with her, what you went through with her, you know, because I know it was kind of tough.
Very, very.
So we're gonna save that for part 2, and then we can touch base on something else. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, amigo.
If you guys want my grandpa to come back and talk about his growing up with his mom and all the things he endured, down below type part 2, hashtag part 2.
Shoot.
And he's gonna be back. Old timer, Grandpappy.
Oh boy.
But next time maybe we'll do like some fish tacos maybe. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Say bye, Gramps.
Bye.